Imagine waking up one day, realizing you've traded your dreams for a soft couch and a predictable routine. Shocking, isn't it? Comfort feels like a warm hug, but it's a silent thief, stealing your potential while you're busy scrolling through life. Comfort is a seductive trap, luring us with promises of ease and security. We crave it instinctively. Our brains are wired to seek safety, to avoid pain, and to conserve energy. But at what cost? The pursuit of comfort often leads us to settle for less than we're capable of, to choose the path of least resistance over the road to greatness. It's the cozy bed that keeps you from the morning workout, the familiar job that stifles your ambition, the predictable routine that dulls your creativity. Comfort whispers that good enough is enough, but deep down, you know it's not. The danger lies in how subtle this seduction is. It creeps in through small choices, like hitting snooze one too many times or avoiding that difficult conversation. Over time, these choices compound, building a life that's safe but unfulfilling. The cost of comfort is the slow erosion of your potential, the quiet death of your dreams. To break free, you must recognize this seduction for what it is: a barrier between you and the life you were meant to live. Embrace discomfort as a signal of growth, not a warning to retreat. Every time you push past the urge to stay comfortable, you reclaim a piece of your potential. You are not here to coast, you are here to conquer. So, ask yourself, what's one uncomfortable step you can take today to move closer to your dreams? The answer might scare you, but that's exactly why it matters. The seduction of comfort doesn't just affect your actions, it shapes your mindset. When you prioritize ease, you train your brain to avoid challenges, to shy away from risks, and to settle for mediocrity. This mindset becomes a cycle. Comfort breeds complacency, and complacency breeds regret. Think about the goals you've abandoned because they felt too hard, the opportunities you passed up because they required too much effort. Each time you chose comfort, you paid a price, a missed chance to grow, to learn, to become more. Breaking this cycle requires courage, the courage to face uncertainty, to embrace failure as a teacher, and to value progress over perfection. Discomfort is not your enemy, it's your greatest ally in the pursuit of a meaningful life. It's the sweat on your brow during a tough workout, the nervous energy before a big presentation, the vulnerability of admitting you need help. These moments, though uncomfortable, are where transformation happens. They are the crucible in which your character is forged. So, reject the siren call of comfort. Choose the harder path, not because it's noble, but because it's the only way to become the person you're capable of being. Let discomfort be your compass, guiding you toward a life of purpose and impact. To live a life of significance, you must wage a daily war against comfort. This isn't about grand gestures or dramatic sacrifices, it's about the small, deliberate choices you make every day. It's choosing to wake up early instead of sleeping in, to have that tough conversation instead of avoiding it, to take the risk instead of playing it safe. These choices accumulate, building a life of resilience and achievement. The cost of comfort is too high to pay. It's the difference between a life of regret and a life of fulfillment. So, stand up, shake off the lethargy, and decide that you're worth more than a comfortable existence. You have dreams to chase, goals to achieve, and a legacy to build. The world doesn't need another person coasting through life, it needs you, at your boldest, most determined, most uncomfortable self. Step into the arena. The cost of comfort is your potential. Don't let it slip away. What if the safe life you're clinging to is the riskiest choice of all? Safety is a lie we tell ourselves to avoid the truth. Staying comfortable could cost you everything. The illusion of safety is one of comfort's greatest tricks. We convince ourselves that sticking to the familiar, whether it's a job, a relationship, or a routine protects us from failure or pain. But safety is a mirage, a false promise that keeps you stagnant while the world moves forward. The cost of clinging to this illusion is the life you could have lived, the one where you took risks, chased your passions, and dared to fail. Staying in a safe job might protect you from financial uncertainty, but it could also trap you in a cycle of unfulfillment, where years slip by and you're no closer to your dreams. Staying in a comfortable relationship might shield you from loneliness, but it could also prevent you from finding true connection or growth. The irony is that the pursuit of safety often leads to the greatest risk, a life half-lived, filled with what-ifs and regrets. True safety lies in action, in embracing the uncertainty of growth over the certainty of stagnation. Breaking free from the illusion of safety requires a shift in perspective. You must redefine risk not as something to avoid, but as something to embrace. Risk is the gateway to opportunity, the path to discovering what you're truly capable of. Every great achievement in history, from scientific breakthroughs to personal triumphs, was born from someone's willingness to step into the unknown. Think of the entrepreneur who left a stable job to start a business, or the artist who poured their heart into a project despite the fear of rejection. These people didn't find safety in comfort, they found it in courage. You can do the same. Start small, take one risk today, whether it's speaking up in a meeting, signing up for a new skill, or reaching out to someone who inspires you. Each risk you take chips away at the illusion of safety, revealing the truth. The only way to truly live is to embrace the unknown. The cost of chasing safety is the loss of your potential to grow, to create, to inspire. It's the slow death of your ambition, buried under layers of caution and fear. But you are stronger than that. You have the power to rewrite your story, to choose courage over comfort, to build a life that reflects your highest aspirations. The world is waiting for you to step out of the shadows of safety and into the light of possibility. Don't let the illusion of safety rob you of your greatness. Take the leap, trust yourself, and discover what lies beyond the comfort zone. Every time you say, "I'll do it tomorrow," you're writing a check you can't cash, a debt to your future self that's piling up fast. Inaction is comfort's loyal accomplice, convincing you that there's always tomorrow to chase your dreams. But the price of inaction is steep. Every moment you delay, you lose a piece of your potential. Procrastination isn't just about putting off tasks. It's about putting off your life. It's the book you never wrote, the business you never started, the conversation you never had. Each time you choose inaction, you reinforce the belief that your goals are less important than your comfort. Over time, this belief becomes a habit, and that habit becomes a life of missed opportunities. The cost of inaction is not just what you fail to achieve today, but the person you fail to become tomorrow. Breaking the cycle of inaction requires a commitment to momentum. Action, no matter how small, is the antidote to stagnation. It's the first step that sets everything else in motion. Think of it like pushing a boulder down a hill. The initial effort is hard, but once it's moving, it gains speed and power. Start with something small, write one sentence, make one phone call, take one step toward your goal. These small actions build confidence, and confidence builds momentum. The key is to act now, not when you feel ready. Waiting for the perfect moment is another form of inaction, a way to disguise fear as preparation. You'll never feel fully ready, but you don't need to. You just need to start. The price of inaction is a life of regret, a story of could have been instead of look what I did. But you have the power to change that. You can choose to act, to move, to create. Every action you take is a declaration that your dreams matter, that your life matters. Don't let the comfort of inaction steal your future. Seize this moment, take that step, and build a life that reflects your boldest vision of yourself. Your comfort zone isn't a safe haven, it's a cage, and the key to freedom is on the other side of fear. The comfort zone is where dreams go to die. It's a place where everything feels familiar, predictable, and safe, but it's also where growth stops. Staying in your comfort zone is like living in a house with no windows. It's cozy, but you're cut off from the world of possibilities outside. The cost of staying in this trap is the slow suffocation of your potential. Every time you avoid a challenge, shy away from a risk, or stick to what's easy, you reinforce the walls of your comfort zone. Over time, those walls become harder to break, and the life you want slips further out of reach. Escaping the comfort zone trap requires intentional effort. It's about recognizing that discomfort is not a sign of failure, but a sign of progress. Growth happens at the edge of your comfort zone, where you're forced to adapt, learn, and evolve. Think of the moments in your life when you grew the most. Chances are they were uncomfortable. Maybe it was moving to a new city, taking on a new role, or speaking up when you were scared. Those moments shaped you because they pushed you beyond the familiar. You can recreate that growth by seeking out discomfort deliberately. Try something new, take on a challenge, or face a fear. Each step outside your comfort zone weakens its grip, making it easier to keep moving forward. The cost of staying in your comfort zone is a life of unfulfilled potential, a story of what might have been. But you are not meant to stay small. You are meant to grow, to explore, to become more. Step out of the cage, embrace the discomfort, and discover the life that's waiting for you on the other side. The power of discomfort. What if the pain you're avoiding is the key to unlocking your greatest potential? Discomfort isn't your enemy, it's your superpower. Discomfort is the crucible where greatness is forged. It's the feeling of stretching beyond your limits, of pushing past what's easy to reach what's extraordinary. The cost of avoiding discomfort is a life of mediocrity, where you settle for less than you're capable of. But when you embrace discomfort, you tap into a power that transforms you. Discomfort teaches you resilience, sharpens your focus, and builds your confidence. It's the weight you lift to grow stronger, the challenge you face to grow wiser, the risk you take to grow bolder. Every time you choose discomfort over ease, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more. The power of discomfort lies in its ability to reveal who you really are. When you step into the unknown, whether it's starting a new venture, learning a new skill, or facing a fear, you discover strengths you didn't know you had. Think of the marathon runner who pushes through the pain, the student who studies through the night, the leader who speaks up despite the fear of judgment. These moments of discomfort are not just obstacles, they're opportunities to redefine what's possible. To harness this power, you must reframe discomfort as a signal of growth, not a reason to retreat. Seek it out, embrace it, and let it shape you into the person you're meant to be. The cost of avoiding discomfort is a life of untapped potential, a story of missed opportunities. But you have the power to change that. Choose discomfort, lean into the challenge, and watch as it transforms you into someone stronger, wiser, and more capable than you ever imagined. What will your life say about you when it's over? Comfort leaves no legacy, but courage builds one that lasts forever. Courage is the antidote to comfort, the force that propels you toward a life of meaning and impact. The cost of choosing comfort over courage is a legacy that fades into obscurity, a life that blends into the background instead of standing out. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to act despite it. It's the choice to pursue your dreams, to stand up for what you believe in, to take the road less traveled. Every act of courage, no matter how small, contributes to a legacy that inspires others. It's the story of who you became, the challenges you overcame, the lives you touched. Building a legacy of courage starts with small, consistent choices. It's saying yes to opportunities that scare you, standing firm in the face of doubt, and refusing to settle for less than you're capable of. Each act of courage builds momentum, creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond your own life. Think of the people who inspire you. Chances are, they're not remembered for their comfort, but for their courage. They faced their fears, took risks, and left a mark on the world. You have the same power. Every time you choose courage over comfort, you add a chapter to your legacy story of resilience, determination, and impact. The cost of comfort is a legacy that's forgotten, a life that leaves no trace. But you are meant for more. You are meant to inspire, to create, to leave a mark that lasts. Choose courage, build your legacy, and live a life that echoes long after you're gone.